Alright, so you're going to find most of your styling options are always going to be under variable options, and so in this case if we wanted to change our pie chart from 2D to 3D, it really only requires one extra line, and you'll put that here, and you'll add is 3D true, and click run, and then you can see how that visualization is going to work. And how you know how to do that is, again, just like we saw previously, each of the chart types comes with its own configuration options, and the configuration options page is going to guide you in changing the look and feel of your chart. So is 3D is a Boolean property, and so therefore it can be true or false, and then you have to enter it into your HTML page in single quotes followed by a colon, and then a true or false statement. The pie chart visualization also supports its own color options that lets you specify the slice colors, and each chart's documentation should describe the options that it supports. So it's going to tell you how to and where to put the color options if you want to change the pie slices. And so that's what we did here. And we can do the same thing to make a line chart that we did for the previous ones. The basic default version kind of has a thin line, and you can just make out the data points, but they're not very prominent. So what we want to do here is make the data points bigger. And the first thing, again, you need to figure out what kind of package to use for line charts. And you see that for pie charts, we just had the core chart package, but there was no name for the core chart. And it's important to check the type of package before you start adding options, because you need to use the correct package for your visualization to be able to add the options and have them work right. So just to go through the example, let's see what happens if we use the wrong package. And let's put line here and see what will happen. And by the way, you can actually put line in as your package, and then for your visualization you can actually use lines. So but I'm not going to talk about that. But so we put line in, and for the visualization for a pie chart, for a line chart, we find out that the chart type is line chart. So we put that in for the visualization, and you'll see when you pull up this in W3 schools that using line actually does pull up the line chart, because apparently I think what happens is the chart is getting drawn based on the visualization, and I think your options that you get come with the package, or at least that's my theory. But so you are able to pull up the line, but let's say that you want to increase the point size. So you go and you find the point size property under configuration options, and it's telling you here to use point size and put a number in after the colon to make the data points bigger, and you can put that in like so, and then click run, and what's going to happen is nothing is going to happen. Nothing's going to be in the frame after you click run, because there might be something more that you have to change. Obviously, the thing that's wrong is the fact that we used the wrong package, and that's usually what is going to be your problem, other than a grammatical error like you left out a comma or something like that. So if you look under advanced usage points, you can pull up more information about how to use point size and point shape when you're configuring points. And you're going to see an example in Google, and it's going to show you exactly what we're trying to do, and it tells you this is how you use that property, point size, just like we did. And we did that and it doesn't work. So when you click on the full HTML, that's going to show you the package that you should use. So right here we used line, but we should just use where it says core chart, and just like the pie, you don't have the name. So far what we've seen in these examples is for bar, you enter the the name bar for some reason, and then for line and pi you don't. That's how Google. That's what Google shows you. All right. So along with point size, so now adding point size is going to display the larger data points, and I also changed the core chart package. And so anyway, this is a let's shift gears and let's talk about another way you can take your data from Alma and display it visually online. So Tableau has a free product called Tableau Public that you can use to create visualizations. There are different versions of Tableau, and you want to download the one that says Tableau Public. So for this, you're going to need obviously to download Tableau Public. You need to have your API key, and you need the web connector link that Ex Libris created. And one of the things that Tableau offers is the ability to create dashboards for your visualizations and then share them with everyone. So this is the link for the free download. Once you have it, or first of all, there's different versions of Tableau, and we're wanting to download Tableau Public since that's the free version of Tableau Desktop, and you can't download Tableau Desktop anymore. They put Tableau Desktop as part of Tableau Creator. So if that's something that, if this is something that you like, you can try Tableau Creator, which incorporates desktop. And what Tableau Creator lets you do is connect to more types of data and create larger numbers of visualizations. But Tableau Public is the free one. What your visualizations are called in this product is vizzes, and you can publish those to Tableau Public. I'm sorry. You can publish those so that they're accessible to everyone. All right, and you can publish the ones that you create in Tableau Public to everyone online. So this is the Tableau opening page, and on the left are the different things that you can connect to, such as Microsoft Excel, your text files, JSON, Access, PDFs. If you choose Tableau Creator, you'll see more options that are listed here. The middle of the page has a section labeled Open, and that shows you anything that you previously have open. So you see here I had a dual line chart I was working on. You can also click Open from Tableau Public right here and access your previously saved work and get to your dashboards. And then on the right is a Discover section, and that contains how-to videos, visualization of the day, and these are charts that other people have created that are good to look at for inspiration and gives you an idea of what can be done. So Tableau allows for connecting to a variety of sources, and Ex Libris created this open source web data connector that everyone can use, and by using this you can connect Tableau to your Alma Analytics report. So let's get started by clicking on the web data connector link over here. And after you click on that, you're going to be prompted for the web data connector URL, and that's what I'm showing on this screen here, is that web data connector URL right there. That's what you want to put in this box, and it's just a URL, and this works whether or not you're in North America or Europe. And even though it says Europe, that is the only web data connector they have, so you don't want to put in A here, just leave it just exactly like it is. Paste that in the box and then click Enter, and that is going to open up this page, this pop-up page, and it is going to prompt you for your API key up at the top. And I don't find that Remember Key actually does anything, so you may have, every time you do it, you may have to enter the key in if you close out your session. All right, the analytics report that we did is an Alma Analytics report. You have two options. You can either just enter the report path right here and copy and paste it right there, or if you don't have the report path already, you can leave the field empty and click on that search icon right here on the right. That is going to open up a hierarchical menu, and you'll be able to navigate your analytics reports and find it, and you'll be able to just select it. And this is going to open up this page here that says processing request, which just appears briefly to let you know that your data is being loaded into Tableau, and that takes a few seconds. And then it pulls you to the Tableau work page, and this is exactly what it looks like immediately right after you pull your data in. And you'll see some column headers here, but you're not going to see any data, and your columns will show up, but your data won't appear until you click the button that says Update Now. And then Tableau is going to present it to you in the workbook. So after you click Update Now, you'll be able to see your data. And a lot of times you're going to find that you have more data in your report than you thought there was. So here you see, again, just like we saw in the XML page, we have 4 columns of data. And you've got one that just has zeros in it. You've got another one called day that has the day of the week. Then you have day of week loans, in-house, not in-house. You remember that that criteria just returned numbers, 1 through 7. And we had that formula in there that converted those numbers into days of the week. And then the last one is the number of loans in that last column. And so what we're going to do is take a look at the little hyperlink right on top of each of the headers. And you're going to see a code, and that's going to tell you what type of data the different variables are. So ABC symbol denotes a text string. And in so in the column we see that we have days of week, which are text strings, and then the hashtag symbol means that the data is a number, and if you see a globe symbol, it means you have a geographic variable. You can also manually change what type of data is in the column by clicking on the symbol, and you can select a different variable type. So after Tableau retrieves your data and enters it into the table, you're going to want to click on Sheet in order to begin to build your visualization. And you can have more than one sheet. So this is sheet number 1, and basically the sheet is just one visualization. So you can have a second visualization on sheet 2, and so on. So let's look at the different areas of your Tableau workspace. So first is your data area, which shows you where the data is coming from. And in our case, the data is going to be coming from Ex Libris Alma Analytics, but it could be coming from other sources such as Excel, Access, etc. And then below that you see dimensions. So Tableau divides your data into 2 main types, dimensions and measures. Dimensions are usually text, Boolean or date fields, and they're qualitative variables such as categories that provide meaning to your numbers. And then you're going to see 2 fields in the dimensions area, day and measure names. So those are fields that you can drag and drop into your shelves to build your visualization. And then below dimensions, you've got measures. So a measure is usually a number, and it may be an aggregated non-numeric field, such as a date. In this case, you can see that one of our measures is days of week load date, and you remember that those were numbers. And here are your shelves, and the shelves are where dimensions or measure fields are placed in order to create our visualizations. So you drag and drop your dimensions and measures to the columns and rows shelves. And when you do that, the fields turn into little pills. That's what they call them, because they're tablet shaped. And then your visualization area is where you see all the changes that you make to your visualization, including edits that you make to things like legends, captions, colors, and so on. And then if you added any filters. And then Show Me displays the different visualizations that you can build. So let's build a horizontal bar chart. So what you're going to do is drag and drop the day dimension onto your rows shelf, just like this, and it turns into little blue pill shape. And then next you'll see that the Show Me tab prompts you to add more data. So right now we have the beginnings of a table, and it's telling us that to build a table you need to add at least one measure field. And you'll also notice that it's blue, and blue indicates the field is a dimension, and if it's green, it's usually a measure.